Hello and welcome. I am Bill from cruisehabit.com. We're out here live at Dr. Von D. Mizzle Johnson State Park, just outside of Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Today we are going to watch some cruise ships sail away. One's going to be coming in just a moment here. I can see her, in fact. We'll flip the camera. We've got a total of 5 ships today, and I want to answer your cruise questions, talk ship, and discuss the latest in cruise news. We'll give everyone just a moment to get in. This introduction's for the the twos of people that were here from the start, and those watching on the replay. Do me a favor, make sure you subscribe over on our YouTube channel so you're alerted every time we go live. We've got lots of recorded and live content coming out more and more. In fact, just last night we put out a new video with a room tour of a rather unique suite on Celebrity Apex, same as one on Celebrity Edge, in fact. So check that out. Let's see. I have to get awkwardly close because I can't see the screen. There we go. All right, now we're doing better. Hey there, Karen, Tony, the other Karen. I'm squinting, and now I'll see the sunglasses. This is better, but this is not. I'm going to spin the camera around so you guys don't have to look at my face right now. And our first ship is going to be Holland America's Rotterdam. And I'll do that awkward stare one final time as I flip the camera. There we go. So Rotterdam's going to be coming. In fact, we'll point you over toward the fence, but she'll be right up in front of us in just a matter of moments. You can see her there through the fence coming now. I'm very excited. 5 cruise ships sailing today, and it's having to quell my cruising need because we've still got a couple weeks before we're back on board. We're going to be on April 7th on Oasis of the Seas, and we're looking very forward to that. Michael Corretto, hello. Welcome, everyone. There's the horn on Rotterdam. It is a beautiful day here in South Florida. I'll tell you, it's warm, but there's a really nice breeze where I am. So it's just absolutely. Michael Corretto, too bad they never fixed the pier. You know, the jetty you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I've said it, and for those not familiar, I get it. We'll see in just a moment that there's a jetty here just off to the right, and you used to be able to walk out on that jetty. You can see the closed sign, in fact, right in front of you. It's a breakwater. That's its primary purpose. That's what they pay a lot of money to engineer to do, and it still acts as a breakwater. So I understand why they haven't fixed it. One day. They do let us a little closer out here than they used to. So we got that. Again, first of 5 ships is the Rotterdam, heading off for 7 nights, going to Half Moon, Aruba, and so Half Moon is the private island used primarily by Holland America, but other Carnival Corporation vessels visit there as well. And I still think that Half Moon Cay has the nicest beach area of any private island that any of the cruise lines have. Katie, what ships are sailing away today? We have Rotterdam, which is what you have in front of us, Eurodam, Edge, Odyssey of the Seas, and Enchanted Princess. And then Coral Princess, for reasons unknown to me, is actually just offshore. So who knows? Might catch a glimpse of her as well. Rotterdam, by the way, is a new ship from Holland America, newer than her other ships. Sorry, can't see the buttons there. Newer than other ships. She's 100,000 gross tons, a Pinnacle class ship. That makes her the same basic vessel as the New Statendam and Koningsdam. New Statendam we've actually sailed, and live music is the big folks now with Holland America, but especially on these ships with an entire, almost an entire deck dedicated to live music, and they do a really good job with that. There's also a whiskey bar called Notes, and that is Chef Kiss, my favorite, because I like whiskey, and they have over 100 varieties of whiskey at Notes on the Trina. Good afternoon.
Yeah, that's confirmation. It is going on.
M. Corretto. You know, I still want to call you M. Corretto. I don't even know if you use that on anything but like Periscope back in the day, but I still want to say that. I'm very excited for you being on Edge. Actually, let me see. Next week, what is today? Okay, so I have friends coming on. They might even be here right now. I don't know. I think they're sailing after yours. Rotterdam is, let's see, I think she might be the smallest ship that oh no, Eurodam is actually here. So Eurodam will be the smallest ship that we sailed today. She may be next out, I'm not sure. But Rotterdam, like I said, 100,000 gross tons, 983 by 114 feet across. Cruising with JT. Welcome, my friend. Make sure you guys subscribe to Cruising with JT. I had like brunch. I went and I had half a beer at the. There's actually like a little bar and park in this park area. Why half a beer? Because I didn't want to have to leave to go pee in the middle of this broadcast. So glad you're spending your leisure time with me. I appreciate it. I crammed some leisure and time before this, but I always love being here. Again, Rotterdam, brand new ship, Pinnacle class. We were on, I think, over Thanksgiving or was it in April? I don't remember. It's like back in 2019, in the before times, if you will, on her sister ship, and had a great time. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that Holland America's internet connectivity is a little rough, it makes scheduling hard for me. I would gladly go back. I really liked Holland America. And clearly, there are a lot of folks that want to know more about Holland America because every time I do write anything about Holland America, you guys are clicking. So check it out. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat a whole bunch. It means the world to me that you and everyone else is just here. Because if not, as I've said before, I would probably be doing this, and it would just be way more awkward to all of the people around me on the beach because I wouldn't have a tablet or a phone in front of me, wouldn't have a microphone. I'd just be some weirdo. Now I'm a weirdo, that has social media, so I'm fine. Appreciate the super chat. So let me check my other device and see if we've got one of the others. So we've got 4 scheduled for 4 o'clock, so they're all running late. And then we have 2 scheduled for 5 o'clock. And I know Odyssey said they were running on time because I heard them talking with the harbor master a little bit ago. So hopefully we get a bunch of them at once here. And I do see another vessel. Are they on the move? Yes. Celebrity Edge, I believe, is going to be the next. She is no longer berthed. She's moving at just shy of 2 knots. So we'll see Celebrity Edge out next. While we are waiting for some other ships, I'll leave the camera pointed out there because no one wants to stare at my mug. Let's talk about some things going on in the world of cruising and a little mini announcement that I have. So one, and this is very impactful for those folks that are on Odyssey of in just a couple minutes here from Port Everglades, as well as many other Royal Caribbean ships. Royal Caribbean announced last week, I actually got an email because it impacts my sailing. In fact, my Oasis sailing coming up, saying that unvaccinated guests, doesn't impact me, but are my sailing, unvaccinated guests, so mostly children, no longer need a shore excursion or disembark. There are a couple exceptions: St. Lucia, Dominica, Barbados, and Falmouth. That's just noteworthy because it's just a little turn towards a return to normal. And I know that's very impactful, especially for folks that have kids. I can only imagine how much more challenging all of these new procedures are for those that travel with children. I got to be, once you have a good travel agent or you listen to the right blogger, I don't know if that's me or not, and you get the information overall, it's not that it's really difficult for individuals traveling, but for families, it certainly can be. So this is a nice step. Oh no, audio breaking up. Let me see what's going on here. Let me check my physical connectors. I can switch mics if needed to the other one, but I'm wondering if it's a streaming issue. Oh no! All right, well, I'll try switching mics. I doubt that's going to do anything, but I don't have too many other things that I can try. Let me, let's take a look here and see what we've got. Because it does say headset microphone. This. Bear with me, I'm unplugging and plugging and changing and Katie, your next exciting cruise, I can't speak, is on your birthday, June 5th, cruise to Alaska on the new Discovery Princess. So there's going to be sister ship Discovery Princess going to be sailing out here in just a little bit. In fact, sorry for all the weird background noise. I'm changing over some mic stuff. But we're on Sky Princess, which is also sister ship. Sorry. All right, so I just switched mics. I don't know if that's going to be any better. This might be a connectivity thing or who knows what. We're on, oh, much better. Glad to hear it. How odd. Let me mark this one and see if there's something wrong with this mic later. So we're on Sky Princess, which is a sister ship to Discovery Princess, and Enchanted Princess, which is the one of the princess ship that's leaving port today. On that back over Thanksgiving, this past Thanksgiving, and that was our first princess cruise. But you know what? We thought it was pretty great. The one word I keep using to describe Princess is just relaxing. Very different than any cruise line I've been on, in fact. Not that other ships aren't relaxing. But I think we're going to be jumping on, I believe, Caribbean Princess in a couple months. That's just one of the several new sailings that's going to be down the line. We'll talk about another one in a moment. Michael, I see that on my side as well. I'm glad the audio is better. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it stays better. So now there's a pretty decent wind, as there often is out here. So we see that Rotterdam is turning and adjusting to block the wind and waves from the pilot as the pilot disembarks. You guys probably can't see that, but I actually see the pilot boat there right alongside the vessel. And there was a lot of discussion around what harbor pilots do the other day after that NCL vessel escape ran aground off the coast of DR the other day. And the basic version is that harbor pilots have unlimited tonnage master license. They're very experienced captains that know the ins and outs, the currents, the hazards, the sandbars, all the traffic patterns for a given port, and they come on board and kind of, we'll say, co-captain with the captain. So when they are coming in and out of most, but not all, ports. So you can read all about how that responsibility is shared and what harbor pilots do over at cruisehabit.com. Just search pilot. We've got an article all about that. Cruising with JT. Come on, there we go. Question for the first celebrity cruise. Would you edge Apex Beyond or Ascent or whichever Captain Kate is navigating? I will say Edge and Apex are 99% the same, right? The changes that there are on Apex from Edge, I like. They're good changes, but they're not earth-shattering. Some of them may be subjective as to whether they're good or not. They're just slight differences. Whereas Beyond and Ascent are going to be quite different. Same basic design, but they're actually about 10% larger than Apex and Edge. Have an additional specialty restaurant. They've got a much larger retreat area, especially the sun deck, but even there's some adjustments with the lounge and with Luminé. And they've in my opinion, much nicer rooftop garden and sunset bar area. So I say all that to say, I probably wouldn't sweat it too much. I would look primarily at itinerary, schedule, and cost. But if you're going to be sailing in the retreat, I would actually put a little more weight into potentially aiming for Beyond or Ascent. One of my famously long answers. Karen, your parents did an Alaska cruise years ago on a princess ship, and they hated it. There was nothing for them to do. Felt so bad for them because your experience on the road has been top notch. Karen, one of the big things I would say with stuff to do on any ship, it depends on what someone is looking to do, right? There's always stuff to do. Well, almost like as you really go up market, no, you can have some that are just extremely serene. There's not a whole lot going on during the day, and that's fine with some people. But it's what are the things that they're looking to do, right? Because I mean this truly. For every person that I've talked to that says there's nothing to do on a ship, there's someone that prefers that ship because another ship they say there's nothing to do on there. So it just depends on what you're looking for. We sailed Sky Princess with some friends, and they were tickled with the amount of trivia and game show type events that they had. And it was, no doubt, more than any other cruise I'd ever been on. Now, if you don't like game shows, if you don't like doing trivia, and the other stuff that they were doing didn't line up with you, then well, certainly you go, oh, there's nothing to do. If you were into that, well, right up your alley then, right? So it depends. Like any decision about what cruise to pick. Say, well, what is drawing you to cruising in general? What do you not like about cruising, or do you perceive that you not like about cruising? And how does that line up with the ship or the line that you're looking at? Check out the live blog from our Sky Princess sailing back in November. I've also got a cabin tour of our mini suite on Sky Princess over on our YouTube channel. But we'll be doing, I think we're going to do a live vlog when we're on Caribbean Princess in a couple months. I think that's what we're going to do, like a daily vlog, rather. Let's see. Let's see. And Coretta, whichever is cheaper, very similar. Yes, overall, absolutely. They're going to be, all four of them are going to be more similar than any ships outside of their class because that class of ship is so damn unique. So different even than even other celebrity ships, including the ones that have been revolutionized that have some of the same design aesthetic. So yeah, as somebody that cruises a lot, I often go for, well, tell me which one is the cheapest one, because it makes a difference. You know what? Just for you, I will make sure to thoroughly cover everything that I learn about Celebrity Beyond as soon as I get to sail on her. For research. And then I can compare and contrast better. And yes, thank you for the reminder. I always forget to do this, especially on live broadcasts. Make sure you click like, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or whatever the Twitch equivalent is. I don't remember. And if you are, by the way, if you're watching on Twitter, I don't think your comments come through, but if you join us over on Facebook or YouTube, then we can chat, interact. I can answer your cruise questions because I love doing that, even though some of my answers are incredibly long, and I'm sure people roll their eyes. You love Edge-class ships. Oops. You love Edge-class ships, and I would argue that. And everyone's different. I like, out of the celebrity ships, I like Edge class most, and then I actually like Millennium class more than the Solstice class. Solstice class is lovely, don't get me wrong for a moment, but I do this weird thing where I like Edge, and then Millie, and then Solstice. Am I scheduled on Beyond? I don't know if I actually have an active reservation. There is a sailing that I will be going on that I still need to announce. I don't know. I might have a reservation. I don't remember anymore. You book enough cruises and you really lose track. It's a hell of a nice problem to have. But I will be on in November. I'll say that. And I'd love to see her earlier. I just don't know if the schedule is going to allow because I just keep adding things. For example, at the end of next month, I'm going to be sailing on a ship that is new to me, on a cruise line that is new to me, out of an embarkation port that is new to me. It'll be my 16th cruise line, and I'm going to be sharing that voyage with you. If anyone can guess what I'm doing in late April, that's new port for me, new ship, and new cruise line, I'll be happy to tell you. But I'm excited about that because it's something completely different than anything I've ever done, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Small ship, really well. Edge is actually smaller than, I think, what was it? Yeah, Solstice class is oddly smaller than Edge, but to me, Edge always feels smaller than Solstice class, but I love Millie. It's just so compact and comfy. Karen, yeah, it's tricky. Travel agents have a lot of jobs to do, right? It's making sure your booking is properly executed. It's making sure that they handle anything that comes up in the process. But a good agent can be good at digging. And sometimes it's communication thing. Sometimes it's the agent maybe not digging enough into what you want. Sometimes people go in and they just say, "This is what I want. I saw the commercial. I know what I want." And there's not a lot of room for the agent to will say, "Talk about that." It really depends. But I think it is important before someone books their first cruise. The questions I say that I think through, I go, "Okay, what is it that attracted you to cruising? And what do you think you know about cruising that you don't think you like?" And those two things alone can do a lot to make sure that you're picking the right cruise for you, the right itinerary for you, the right cruise line, the right ship, right time of year, all of those things, right accommodations. And, then it can get more granular from there. What type of hotels do you like to stay at? What other types of vacations do you enjoy? Things like that. It is not Azamara, but that's a fine guess. In fact, I believe it's not a class of ship I've ever been on. Whereas Azamara, all of Azamara's ships are R-class ships, and I've been on R-class ships with Oceana. Good guess, though. Very good guess. All right, I'll be spinning the camera around in just a moment as Celebrity Edge is coming across the Shannon River, approaching the inlet. As she approaches, One other little bit of news that we talked about in another live broadcast recently is that NCL, they announced that they were canceling all of their 2022 Baltic sailings on Norwegian Getaway. And this was after they said, well, we're not going to go to Russia. So it's interesting that they made that cancellation. Not super surprising, though, because a lot of people may just be hesitant to even go to that region. So they say, well, can we also have bookings that are less likely to change and that people are more willing to go on? But it's interesting to continue the changes accrued from that very unfortunate situation. I don't actually know where. I don't think they announced where Getaway is going to be going just yet. After she, because of that change. Another change that came about is the very first cruise line out of the U.S. announced that they are not going to be testing for COVID. But before you get too excited, it is a cruise line you've probably never heard of. It is called Uncruise, and they operate very small ships, under 100 passengers. So actually, at no point have they actually needed to comply with any of the restrictions because of their size. They are, however, requiring that every single guest is not only vaccinated, but has been boosted, unless they got their vaccination within the last, I think, 6 months was their cutoff, if I recall. And I think we'll see more lines do that. We'll see. I would have thought more would have done it in the U.S. by now, but so far it's primarily in Europe. A lot of lines in Europe are requiring that your last vaccination was the last 6 months. There is the horn on Celebrity Edge. Love Celebrity Edge. That is, some of you guys know I'm very bad at superlatives. That right there. Favorite show. Love Edge. It is an overused term in marketing to say that a product is revolutionary, is a game changer, etc. Celebrity Edge, when she came out, was indeed revolutionary. She is some is that just it's done. And I'm really looking forward, as we were discussing before, to seeing what they do on Celebrity Beyond and Ascent, the newest Edge series. In fact, Beyond coming out very, very soon. Not going to be here until the end of the year in North America. We did just publish an article about Celebrity Beyond Entertainment. They announced their entertainment offerings, and we have what Celebrity says about it, but we also have our thoughts about what they are talking about and some of the things we're looking forward to. So after this broadcast, make sure you check out cruisehabit.com. It's one of the latest articles at the top of the page, the homepage, all about Celebrity Beyond Entertainment. Celebrity Edge, by the way, we talked about the Rotterdam going about 100,000 gross tons. Celebrity Edge is about 130,000 gross tons, 1,004 by 128 feet, carrying a maximum of 2,918 passengers. She was built in France, delivered on Halloween 2018, made voyage in December. Those are made, but actually, she had a couple of previews that we were on, I think, in November 2018. And then we just kept booking Celebrity Edge because we liked it that much. Karen, breaking up again. Yeah, I just got with notification just saying, hey, you're not doing so well. So sorry, guys. Problem we've had for years, the sailing networks just cannot seem to keep up in the area when they're recruiting. I don't know why. Doesn't matter what you pick. It's unfortunate. Celebrity Edge, one of the two defining features that you can see from here. One is the Magic Carpet, which is that orange venue on the side. In fact, we just put out a Celebrity Apex Sky Suite S3 Sky Suite tour for the room on the forward track of the Magic Carpet. Magic Carpet's a really neat venue. Having out, watch sail away. It moves to different levels depending on the purpose. The other defining characteristic are those back windows. And that is a venue called Eden. It's a multi-story venue that's used for entertainment. There's Eden Restaurant. There's Eden Cafe. There's some fantastic shows that go on there. They have yoga there. It's a great place just to hang out. Go upstairs. People don't even sit there half the time. There's comfy couches. I work from up there. I love Eden. Outward-facing venue, as they call it. Fantastic views from in there. If you ever catch a good sunset from Eden, I'm telling you, there's nothing better. It's like a great sunset from up on deck, air conditioned. really, really love Eden on Celebrity Edge. In fact, it's one of the defining, for me, it's one of the not only defining characteristic, but it's one of the things that makes me love Celebrity Edge and the Edge series so much. She's heading off 7 nights, going to San Juan, Tortola, and St. Martin. Make sure you check out, we've got lots of live logs from Celebrity Edge, as well as the live blog from our Celebrity Apex sailing in January, which was the very first Cruise Habit group cruise. So check out those live blogs, check out that cabin tour over on our YouTube channel. And there's going to be lots more coverage of Apex and the Edge series as Beyond comes out and such, but also more group cruises, including July 3rd of this year, Virgin Voyages Group Cruise.com. Come hang out with us. We would love to see you there. Jay from Ship Life will also be there. That's exciting. Love hanging out with him. So check that out, virginvoyagesgroupcruise.com. We would love to sail with all of you. Yes, Eden is an amazing place to work from. I just sit on there's a big couch, like if you, when you walk in, all the way to the left and up, like above the cafe. So from where we are now, it's the top right. And it is so peaceful. I sit on that big couch. It's quiet. I get nice views. And if I let a bartender know that I'm there, because it's like if it's in the middle of the day, no one's going to notice you're there. So I just let a bartender know. That way they'll come and check on me every once in a while, sip on coffee or a cocktail, little yin, little yang. But I love it. I mentioned the video of the cabin tour for the S3 Sky Suite on Celebrity Apex, same as the one on Edge, almost identical. There's also, I put out a bunch of videos recently about the Wonder of the Seas. Wonder of the Seas just started sailing a couple weeks ago. She's on her 3rd cruise right now, and we're on the maiden voyage. She was actually built for the Asian market, and that's something we'll be talking about in a future video or article as well. But we did a video with a cabin tour. We talked about what's different about Central Park and whether that's a problem. The 3 differences that we noticed right away from the other Oasis class ships. And Larissa and I did a video together of each of our favorite 3 things. So it's 6 things there. And I would love for you guys to check that out over on the YouTube channel. I also have a post about Wonder, just talking about my thoughts as kind of a small ship guy on the world's largest cruise ship. And I'm sure it surprises some people. Spoiler alert, I think they did an awesome job. So we are waiting for 4 more ships now. In fact, let me check my map. And it looks like the next one out is going to Eurodom. Eurodom from America, making 2.5 knots, approaching the turn base announced. We shall see. Karen, any damage that the sprinklers did on Wonder was completely transparent to guests. So we were in, what happened for those that don't, because on the maiden voyage, while we're in Lauderdale, I started seeing videos pop up. I'm enjoying like a cabana, hanging out with Matt, having some drinks on Lauderdale, and start seeing videos come in showing sprinklers going off in the Royal Promenade. It's like, well, that's not good. There's some weird thing with the fire suppression system, but I will tell you, we got back on the ship, we walked around. The only sign that anything had ever happened was there was a couple drops of water underneath the Mustang. Like it just looked like condensate from like the AC, which obviously it's the car doesn't have a running engine, so it wasn't that. But so yeah, if there was any damage, it was nothing that was at all apparent to guests. They did a great job cleaning it all up, I suppose. But it's definitely something you don't see every day. In general, aside from that, I would say that voyage went off without a hitch. I know there are some folks, some vloggers out there, folks that I really like that say, I was kind of disappointed certain things weren't ready. Like they told us, that certain things weren't ready in the ice show, like the props weren't there, and that was a little annoying. And you know what? Okay, I get it. But I also feel like if they didn't tell you, you wouldn't have known. It was like the ice show is I think called 360, I believe, on Wonder, and that was my favorite of all of the ice shows I've seen on Royal Caribbean. So I thought it was a fantastic sail-on. My only gripe was that I didn't sail on for the back-to-back. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. In just a minute, we'll spin this around because we should have Rotterdam coming out into the turning basin, which would then leave us with Enchanted Princess and Odyssey of the Seas. Wait, is there another one? How many ships sailed out? Am I losing my mind? Nobody answer that. Oh, yeah, because there were 5 today, not 6. I forgot how many ships there were today. I'll be all right. Let's see. Let's check my crazy hair situation. Ready? I should be wearing a nice celebrity hat I like. I got a Wonder of the Seas hat. Always fun to see like little giveaways on Made and stuff. It's a lovely hat. It doesn't breathe as well as my celebrity one. It's a little more subtle too. Because you see somebody wearing this shirt, you think he's going for subtle. That's what he's going for. Let's spin this back. There we are. Absolutely gorgeous day out here in the Fort Lauderdale area. Again, happy to answer any cruise questions. We've got other cruise news to talk about. One that wasn't particularly exciting, if I'm honest, I'm excited about the ship, but the news was but I was impressed with myself, was that they announced that Katy Perry will be the godmother of Prima. And why was I impressed with myself? Because usually when a cruise line names a godmother of a ship and it's a celebrity, I have no idea who it is. But at least this time I was like, oh yeah, totally know who Katy Perry is. I felt so hip, because I'm a guy. That's accurate, right? I'm going to try and do something. We're going to try something all new. We did this with Jay. Let's see how this works out. We did this with oh no, I'm staring right into the sun. See, I've got an iPad here. I can just talk to you guys like this, and then a ship goes by, and I can talk about it. Problem: I cannot see the staring right into the sun. So maybe that doesn't work so well. Let's go for a dance, shall we? I need like an assistant to block the sun. I need an intern. That's what I need. I need an intern. Let's get this back in the sand. All right. Oh, in fact, here we are. I can see now Rotterdam coming around the bend. Let's spin it around. Here is Rotterdam coming around. Now that we have another ship, do me a favor, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We'd love for you guys to share this broadcast so that others can enjoy Talk Ship with us. Happy to answer cruise questions or just talk about the ships sailing by. It's always exciting to me. Rotterdam is heading off nights. If I was heading off for 10 nights, then would I have enough time? Let me see. It's the 20th. See, if I went out for 10 nights, I'd come back and I would still have a week to get stuff done at home before leaving on my next cruise. Why am I not on the ship now? There's the horn on Rotterdam. She's heading off to Half Moon Cay, Aruba, Curacao, then going into the Panama Canal, visiting Cologne, Cologne, Panama, and Puerto Limon, Costa Rica. It's the smallest ship that we see sailing out today from Port Everglades, 87,000 gross tons, 135 by 105 feet, carrying 2,900. Stay ceiling windows. I'm trying to remember which ones are. I believe they're the ones all forward. There was a time I used to know. 98% of the rooms on that ship have ocean views. It was Tony. It was one of the first times they announced the godmother. Every time the ship goes by, after 2 weeks on April 3rd on board Rotterdam, on Rotterdam was on, if you were here earlier, I was at the New Rotterdam. So if you live blog, that was from just before the shutdown, I think, maybe. Over on cruisehabit.com, we've got a live blog from our 7-night sailing on New Rotterdam, sister ship to Rotterdam. Rotterdam. This is Eurodam, which I'm trying to remember, might have been. Trying to remember Eurodam. So this is actually the sister ship to this is New Amsterdam, I believe. And we're actually on New Amsterdam back years ago, and it was the last sailing before they refurbed her. So we've been on the sister ship to this vessel, and they're nearly identical. It's just the design stuff that's identical, or that's not the same. And in fact, the way that those balconies are, all the way up top forward. Holland America, really, I said it before, I mean it, really great experience. It's peaceful, but they have a wonderful live music program that Larissa and I really appreciate. Oh, wow, Adam, you've done all 3 already. Fantastic. Good job. I'm jealous. The day that Holland America gets their internet situation a little better, I will do a lot more Holland America. But I can only take off so many days to do cruises, so I pack a lot of them in where I'm working part of the time, and I just wasn't able to do that from Holland America vessels. So I would love for that to change, though, and I'm sure one day it will. I'm also wondering, Disney Cruise Line has terrible internet connectivity in terms of cost and speed, and I'm hoping that we're going to see that change with the Disney Wish, which comes out this year, and we're actually going to be on board in September, hanging out with a bunch of the touring plans folks. I'm looking very forward to that because it's been years since I was on Disney Cruise Line, and to have a whole new class of vessel, it's going to be exciting stuff.
Carib Navigator, Port Everglades, Holland.
So I see the pilot boat coming back from Edge. She just passed through us on our left now. With the Have It All package going on right now, the Wi-Fi is painfully slow. Is there I'm trying to remember, and I actually have an article on cruisehabit.com all about the Have It All package, because like almost every cruise line now has some variant of that, or many at least have some variant of that. Is there an additional like higher speed thing that you can upgrade to when you have it when you already have the Have It All package, or is that just maxed out and now you've got slow and everyone's using it? For those just joining, my name is Bill from cruisehabit.com. We're out here at Port Everglades watching cruise ships sail away, answering your cruise questions and talking ship, and having hiccups evidently. We've got a couple more cruise ships sailing out yet. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow along on social media. We'll have another ship out momentarily. We're just talking here about Holland America. That ship in front of us is the Holland America Eurodam. She's a sister ship to New Rotterdam and sailing out. She's the 3rd of 5 ships leaving today, cruise ships leaving Port Everglades today. Vegas bound, you're going on your first cruise in May on Carnival Radiance. Is there a way to find out the entertainment schedule before so you can plan specialty restaurants? Great question. So I will give you 2 different things you can do. The short answer, like in terms of like, hey, is there a date that Carnival is going to tell you here's what's going on? The answer to that is no, right? But there are 2 things you can do to make this easier. One is you can look out there for anyone that posts recent, I forgot the name of Carnival's daily program, but the printed daily program that Carnival puts out with the daily schedule that's given to all guests. If you can find someone that has scanned and published one from a re-cruise, same ship, same itinerary, that will give you a very good idea of what the entertainment options are. Will it necessarily be the same? No, but it'll give you a very good idea. So that's one thing you can do. And I do have a collection of those up on cruisehabit.com. I don't have any from Radiance recently. In fact, I don't think I have any from Radiance at all. But if anyone ever sends me any, I'm happy to put those on the site because it benefits everyone in that way, right? So that's one thing. The next thing you can do is look at what time, and this can sometimes vary, like by sailing or by ship, so you can check with Carnival on this. Find out what time the main dining room seatings are, because if you plan your specialty dining for similar times, that will make it so you're likely able, especially if you just add, cushion a little, make it a little bit earlier, so that you can get out and take care of and take part in whatever entertainment you would like to enjoy. That's because they schedule entertainment in a way that so people that are at the main dining room during fixed seating are able to enjoy it. So if you dine at the same time, then your schedule should line up in a way that's helpful. I hope that's helpful and makes sense to you. All right, looks like we've got two more ships left in Port Everglades that are leaving today, both scheduled for 5 o'clock. That's the Enchanted Princess and Odyssey of the Seas. I know Odyssey was running on time. I don't know about Enchanted Princess. We'll see if either of them pull away in the next couple of moments here. Interestingly, I see Rotterdam TB20 still beaconing from where Rotterdam was docked. So I don't know if she left lifeboat behind. Probably just swapped that equipment and that beacon's firing or something. It's funny though. Vegas found no problem. I'm always happy to answer any cruise questions. I will give you the best answer I can. Sometimes it'll be the exact answer you're looking for, and other times I can at least guide you in the right place. So, try me with another one, and I'll do a better job. But thank you for joining the broadcast today. I do appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. And you know what else I would appreciate? First of all, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, do that. Second, do check out, we put out a video of talking about and showing off some surprising things that you can find on an adults-only cruise with Virgin Voyages. And they're surprising for a reason. They definitely don't seem like necessarily adult activities, but check it out. I think it's an interesting video. I think it'll maybe show some people that Virgin Voyages is not like a swingers cruise necessarily or anything crazy. Yeah, check it out, and you'll be in elite company, because for some reason I made that video and I thought it was pretty nice, and like nobody's watching it. I don't know why, but nobody's watching it. So check that out over on our YouTube channel, and that would be delightful. All right. So we're just waiting now for, like I said, Enchanted Princess and Odyssey of the Seas. Looking down at the map on the phone to see if it looks like the next one out is going to be Enchanted Princess. And you know what, that makes sense actually, because I did hear the harbor master tell a cargo vessel that after Odyssey cleared the channel, they could start entering to get their pilot. So Enchanted Princess should be out in front of us. She doesn't even take much time to get through the turning basin, because Princess is generally at slip number 2, which is the closest to the turning basin. So we should see her out in just a moment. That's exciting, because she is one of the newest ships from Princess. We were just on sister ship Sky Princess in November, and going to be on Caribbean Princess, a different class of Princess ship in let's go with late May, early June, I think. Forgot the exact date already. Adam, look at that. It's better than Google. Adam, better than Google. That's your tagline now. I just looked into it. The Have It All promo includes the surf, middle Wi-Fi. You usually get the premium. Not sure if it's worth the extra cost, to be honest. Yeah, it's funny. On some ships, they say, well, whether or not you upgrade depends on what you're looking to do when you use the internet. And then on other ships where it's generally slower, like if you're going to do anything, get the fastest. For example, on Virgin Voyages, they include Wi-Fi, and the only difference I think between the included and the premium, which is only like $10 a day or something, is streaming, right? So it's like, well, if you're not going to need to stream anything, then stick with the free one. It works great. On other ships, though, yeah, just you need to throw everything you can at it. Len, how are you, sir? Is there a guy in the water taking pictures? This is when I confessed that I was not looking in the water. The guy, he's fishing. Now, Len, I'm not a great outdoorsman. but I've generally been able to identify the difference between fishing and taking pictures. Now, maybe me and this guy here is taking pictures, but I don't see him in the water. All right, so I'm just looking over my shoulder. Oh, time to spin the camera around. Enchanted Princess is coming into view. This is a pretty cool view. It's been a while since I saw multiple ships out like kind of back to back like this. So we've got Edge there on the horizon. And then we've got Rotterdam. Rotterdam is already far south, I guess. Let's see where she went. And here we are, just coming into view. She'll be right in front of us momentarily. And we will have the Enchanted Princess. Adam, can't tell if iPhotos just eats up all the data allotment for the day, throttles back speed. We'll test out on your next cruise, see if speeds improve. Yeah, listen, there's only so much they can do on some of those. Well, on some of the ships where they have really poor, where they have a small pipe to begin with. It doesn't matter how much of the pipe they give you, right? And I will say Princess is not one of those. Princess has fantastic connectivity. I had a couple weird little speed bumps on our last sailing, but they resolved that for me. And generally, it's pretty great. Much better, honestly, than most Royal Caribbean celebrity ships, which are often touted as having the fastest. Princess does a lot of interesting things with technology, including the Ocean Dyne program. And you can read about the Ocean initiative. I said was able to some certain concepts. Looks like the lifeboats on Enchanted Princess are it's nice to see. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm not able to zoom broadcast now, but there's actually quite people there out on the open deck, and that's so great to see because for a while you were seeing these ships sail out and there was just nobody on board. It's nice to see that while capacities are still limited, there are people out and about. You see people on the Baltic there. It's one of the things we liked about our Wonder of Sailing. It felt like things were back. And in many, honestly, in pretty much every way, they are back, right? There are some new rules, but generally speaking, they're pretty easy to work with. And I would encourage everyone, if you've been waiting, jump on it. It's wonderful to be back cruising right now. And it's also in many ways, especially was now like a vacation from a lot of the realities of the world. So that's rather nice. Enchanted Princess, by the way, is she one of the newest of the Royal class ships. She's 145,000 gross tons, 1,082 by 126, carrying 660 passengers, 346 crew. And she, like Sky Princess, has, I don't know if you can see, there's kind of a rounded thing there, a cantilevered area on both sides where you can just look down over the water, which is pretty cool. Now, on some ships, they have a bar there. On some other Royal class ships, but on Enchanted Princess, they're actually doing it a little bit differently. But I enjoyed hanging out. Anytime there's a cantilevered deck on it over the water, I think it's pretty cool, partially because I look down and look so peaceful in the water, and then I see other people freaking out. Have you guys ever, let's see, have you ever done that? Maybe or on one of the world-class princess ships? What other vessels have a cantilevered Lady had? You can see that in our Scarlet Lady ship tour video, or you can come hang out with us, shameless plug, virgingroupcruise.com, and see it for yourself. the ships sailing out of Port Everglades to Odyssey of the seas. Take a look over at my device. Refresh. It's not refresh. Just Odyssey to pull away. And oh, my cellular carriers are here. Okay, he's already pulled away. So we'll just be waiting for Odyssey to come through in a couple minutes. Odyssey of the seas, really fantastic and unique vessel. I get the quantum pretty and Odyssey, the first quantum went on. She's actually Quantum Plus. She just came out in September. We're on in September and then in October because we liked her that much and loved 270, which is a venue that I'll show off as she passes us, but kind of a roughly Eden-esque venue. I'll flip the camera on briefly, and now that the sun is down a little bit, can we do this thing? Will this work this time, or am I just going to stare into the sun and not be able to read the comments? And I can't read the comments. All right, so that was a failure. I need an intern to hold something to block the sun. We'll fix this. All right. Back to our jetty close sign. As Enchanted Princess sails away. There's another 3 in 1. Plus we got taking pictures. Now that I see it from that particular angle, I was walking on water taking photos. And I know this, you can only do that with Canon. No water walking with Nikon. I'm a Canon person, which is what it says we have a lot of money in Canon lenses. It's too late to go back. Mitchell, I look stunning today and bring down the meter, and it looks like I'm standing in a window. And it smells a lot worse. The beach is always so nice. I did get a new robot vacuum though the other day because mine's come to old age, and now I'm ready to tackle all the sand that builds up our house. Something that they don't tell you when you live right by the beach is that you're going to spend a portion of every day of your life sweeping sand. What was better? Would I recommend Wonder or Odyssey? Depends what you're looking for. I would say so inward-facing ships. Right? Slightly more that said, the mason jar on one where with such a great venue that I would probably go back on one overall just for the mason jar. So but I really like, oh my god, like is an office, just like I talked about earlier with pretty hard to beat. Nick, hello. I'll say Odyssey has incredible rates, considering that I couldn't believe how inexpensive some of the Odysseys were. I don't know if you're still looking like that, but man, fill out the purple form over on cruisehabit.com and get a rate. Find out what you can do to get on Odyssey, because yeah, if you're not a quantum class ship, maybe that's the other qualifier. Adam, is have you been on a quantum class ship? Have you been on an Oasis class ship? If you're not one of those classes, then go on the class that you haven't been on, because they're both remarkable classes of ships in different ways. So maybe that is maybe that's the thing that makes the difference. You'll see Odyssey up close in person in a matter of moments. I don't quite see her over my shoulder yet, but I expect I will any moment. In fact, let me check back on my screen here. So did anyone have any guesses about the new cruise line, new cruise port, new cruise ship that I'm going to be on? It's a ship that I've never sailed on a cruise line, that I've never sailed with, out of a port that I've never sailed from. I'll give you guys another clue. I do not have to travel very far at all for this experience. So I live here in South Florida, and there's a cruise port that I've never sailed from. And I don't have to travel far to get to it. Different cruise line than I've ever sailed. And technically, it'll be on a ship that no one's ever sailed. Looking for guesses, because I'm looking really forward to checking this out, just because it's so unusual and so different. Checking on Odyssey of the Seas. She's still slowly making her way through the turning basin. Sorry for the delay, guys. Got to put up with my voice and no Odyssey of the Seas for just a couple minutes longer. Once again, if you don't already subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do. It would really mean the world to me. I'm trying very hard to build up more and more on YouTube. Mitchell has the answer. Margaritaville. Gonna try that out for be among her very first guests, and we'll be doing we'll be putting out some content soon talking about what that line is and the history, because there are some interesting things over the years with that company and what they're trying out now. But it is quite different than anything. I won't be. I don't suspect I will have butler service on that cruise. We'll say that. But I'm very very excited about it, and I think we're going to do when we do that ship. So it's going to be a 2-night sailing out of Port of Palm Beach, and what they did is this company they've been running 2-nighters for a long time to the Bahamas, but they totally redesigned the ship and they renamed it. And it's a Margaritaville theme now, and they have a partnership. I'm pretty excited to see what that's like, and to do a 2-night is rather unusual because I mean I can just leave. I think. Yeah, it leaves over the weekend. I come back in time for. That's pretty cool and appealing. No time off required is always nice. But I think it's gonna be cool this time to see what they're doing with it. While on board, I try doing a vlog, a daily vlog, so just 2, but kind of update you at the end of each day, like what we found. And of course, we'll do a ship tour and all that at the end. So make sure I say all that to get back to the please spread the word about the YouTube channel, because I'm really trying hard. I put work into the written content over on Cruise Habit, but I know people want to see videos, so I'm trying to do that, and I just got to get the word out in order for that to happen. It's a labor of love, and it would really mean a lot to me for you to enter the world of marketing and spread the word. I don't know what to think, to be very, very honest. It's because in the past, with Bahamas Paradise, I talked to folks that are big into cruising. They said, you know what, I went, and it was actually better than I thought it was going to be. You have to have different expectations, of course, and if you're going on a celebrity sailing or something, obviously. But they actually found things pretty interesting. So we'll see under the new brand and all how that comes to be with Margaritaville. There's Enchanted Princess. I think the pilot already pulled away. We see she's starting to head south, and Oasis of the Sea squarely through the turning basin. Surprised I don't see the North Star just yet. A defining characteristic of the Quantum class, Quantum Ultra class ships. We can talk about what the difference is between Quantum and Quantum Ultra when she passes by, because it's subtle, but makes a lot of sense. In fact, I will give you this hint. There's a ship offshore right now called the Coral Princess, and that class of ship, well, or I'll say we'll be on Caribbean Princess in a couple months. That class of ship, Caribbean Princess, is different from her sister ships in that class, in the same way that Odyssey is different from the other Quantum class ships. If anyone followed me, I'm impressed, because apparently I'm not great at articulating things today. There weren't many people out here when I came out here, when I first got out here, but many more people on the rocks watching cruise ships, or I just presume watching me, right? That's why they all come out here. I just put out, I mentioned earlier, for those who didn't catch it, a room tour suite on the Apex group cruise in January, and it's a rather unusual room. If you are thinking about a sky suite on a Celebrity Edge series ship, there are certain sky suites that I've heard some people say, "Oh, I would not do that because there's no privacy, or because it's whatever." There's a few things that they think are problematic about it, and they're actually things that made me like it more than some of the more expensive sky. So check out that video, and I'd be curious in the comment section what you guys think about the S3 Sky Suite on Celebrity Apex and over on our YouTube channel. All right, now I'm just starting to see right there, the forward top deck on Odyssey of the Seas. The first part that comes into view is the solarium. Solarium is an enclosed solarium on Odyssey of the Seas, like it is on Wonder of the Seas, in fact. And I love that on Odyssey of the Seas. But you know what? I like the design better on Wonder. It's just a little more open, but the same concept that I really enjoy, that they're completely enclosed and climate controlled. Because I like natural sunlight and sitting in the pool as much as the next guy, but I don't like to sweat. And I don't like a risk of rain. So that way I get the best of both worlds. So Odyssey of the Seas is the next and final cruise ship sailing out of Port Everglades today here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Folks asking about the jetty not being open earlier, by the way. See that broken wood? So when a hurricane came through here a couple years ago, waves pushed so hard against this that this used to be sloped up like that. All that eroded away. More of this is broken. Some of this has actually been repaired, and that fence was completely just bent over like 45 degrees at least. Joe Q, sailing on the Celebrity Edge Sky Suite in April for 5 nights. You watched my Costa Maya Beach Resort video and booked a reservation there. Fantastic. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here now. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm looking forward to find out what you think of Maya Chen over close to Maya and your Sky Suite. Which type of Sky Suite did you book on Edge? I love Sky Suites. Love Sky Suites. I don't do a ton of suites, but man, Sky Suites. We actually have some friends, Kim and Craig. They were on the group cruise with us. They'll be back on Edge in a couple of weeks. In fact, Joe, if you're on the April 3rd, that's when they're on. In fact, and they actually prefer Sky Suites to Celebrity Suites. Or did I say that the right way? They prefer Sky Suites. They've had Celebrity Suites and they like Sky Suites more. Comment on screen. Maybe no one else got to read that. I faced the Magic Harbor 10144. Let's see, the tour that I just did, that I just put for 11160. So 44. So you're on the same. You're probably toward the aft end of the Magic Carpet with that number, I would think. I suspect. I think you're probably at the aft end of the Magic Carpet with that one. I want to be on a Celebrity Edge series ship. I mean, I'd like to be on any ship right now. Who am I kidding? But for my beach, we got a tour of. We get fun and wonderful food, service, drinks, and it really feels like we're just at a family member. It's like you have a family member that has this place on the beach, and they take great care of you. So, Joe, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Oasis, Odyssey of the Seas, Quantum Plus class ship. That thing up there, that is the North Star. North Star is an observation pod that's cantilever that can lift up, go up in the air, and even cantilever over the sea, offering very cool perspectives. Now, one of the things, the main thing that's particularly unique about this vessel compared to the other Quantum class, thing that makes it a Quantum Plus, is that right there is an open, that right there is an open pool area. Right under where, I'm pointing, not on camera, right under like the North Star, whereas on other Quantum class vessels, that is an enclosed pool. Why that difference though? Well, Odyssey of the Seas was designed to be in warmer climates in the Caribbean. Not like Anthem, for example, that does New York, Bermuda, where it's cooler sometimes. So you've got a very different climate concern. So they said, well, we already have a solarium that's enclosed, so let's open up this other pool. That's the difference with the Quantum Plus class. Now, that venue to the back, all those big windows, that's 270. I have a post called Office 270, because on one of my live blogs for Odyssey of the Seas, we actually worked the whole time, and I made that my office. There's a bunch of outlets there. Do you know how hard it is to find outlets on a cruise ship sometimes? So, loved that space. And then right above there, see those loft suites? Are those big squares? Those are loft suites, and those loft suites are the same on all the Quantum class vessels. And in fact, we're going to be doing a video soon talking about that kind of, really over-the-top suite experience on Anthem of the Seas, sister ship to Odyssey, compared to the massive suite on Scarlet Lady. Not only what are the accommodations like, comparing and contrasting, but what about the service? What about that suite service, the butler service, all of that? We're going to be having a chat with Len from Touring Plans. I don't know if he's still in here, and talking about that difference, because he's experienced both of those. So that'll be pretty neat. Joe, buying 3 gear pieces from the website. Thanks for the great ideas and ports and gear. Thank you very much, Joe. Joe's talking about the Cruise Habit shop over at shop.cruisehabit.com, or just go over to the website, click on shop. And we've got shirts. We've got luggage tag holders, so you don't have to fold, staple, tape your tags. We've got magnetic hooks, sunscreen, all sorts of stuff. Check that out. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. So that's the last one, guys. Odyssey of the Seas is it for today. She's heading off, by the way, 6 nights, going to Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Coco Cay. Same itinerary we did twice back in September, October. 168,700 gross tons, so the largest ship that we saw sail out today. 1,141 by 162 feet, carrying a maximum of 4,180. At all berths, 4,900 passengers and around 1,600 crew. Nick, I have been on Princess. I was actually just on Sky Princess back in November over Thanksgiving. And we have a live blog over at cruisehabit.com talking all about our experience going every day, talking about what we did, what we loved, what our impressions of Princess were. And we've got a video tour of our Sky Princess mini suite over on our YouTube. I look away for 2 seconds, and that happens. So that was fun. We've got a mini suite tour from our Sky Princess sailing on the YouTube channel as well. But we're going to be on Caribbean Princess in just a couple of months, and looking forward to sharing that with you guys. So now that we finally had the tripod fall over, no, we're just about done. That's last ship. Thank you, though. We're going to sign off here. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Of course, if you have any cruise questions that we didn't get a chance to address today, you can ask them over in the comments on any article on cruisehabit.com, in the comment section on YouTube, or reach out on social media. You can find us on all things social media. Just search Cruise Habit, and love to answer your cruise questions, talk ship with you. Make sure you subscribe again over on our YouTube channel. A lot more content coming out there. And if you want to sail with us, we can hang out. You, me, friends, will have a fantastic time over on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, July 3rd. Come hang out on the group cruise. We'd love to have you there. VirginVoyagesGroupCruise.com. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of the weekend, and I look forward to talking ship with you again real soon.